got this thing called, this umbrella term called tax risk. I think it's called tax risk strategy. It's obviously not very catchy because I can't remember what it means, but
is it about risk?
Maybe it's tax strategy and operations.
Mm-hmm.
Because the risk bit would be under operations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that would be 2 new appointments, yeah?
2.
Transformation and tax
strategy
and operations,
yeah.
And would you be removing any aspect of the structure?
Well,
is there any redundant roles that you feel perhaps are not so needed?
Yeah, we've got this role. We've got one person who is the CTO plus what we call a clients and markets leader.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could take that role away. Not the CTO. I need a CTO, but I had that clients and markets role, and there's a lot of infrastructure that got set up to deliver all of that stuff. But I think it could also be delivered differently. I'm not sure I need. So I could take that role away.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still need someone to be the CTO though.
Yes. So that would be kind of making it a bit cleaner,
yes.
if you like,
Yeah.
just sort of streamlining it a bit. So we don't want to do too many things.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is go away and think about, again, you're in the loo, you can hear the conversation.
Yeah.
What will they say you've done?
Yeah.
See, the best thing she did was introduce a head of transformation, or the best thing she did was, do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it will be about this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that even before she started, she went and met up with all these clients?
Yeah.
You know, she took her time to go and meet. That's what people are going to say.
Yeah.
So when can we earmark some time for you to do this? This really, I feel, is one piece of work.
Yeah, it is.
You need a big piece of paper, a big cup of coffee, and you need to just...
And I probably need Richard.
And you need Richard, and you need to play around and scribble and scribble and scribble until you get something that looks...
So we need half a day out of the office or in a meeting room somewhere where no one can find us.
Out of the office is good.
Yeah.
And I would make a maximum of 3 high-profile changes.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, you have probably know more than I whether that would be. I feel that less is more.
Yeah, I can't do more than 3 because they start to have knock-on effect everywhere,
exactly,
and then you end up changing everything, and then you change it again in a year.
Yeah, and then that looks like you just didn't really have a handle on it. And
also, I'll be creating roles that don't have the levers, so you've kind of got a powerless team.
Yeah. So I think 3 things that are really high impact that people will talk about, and I think, you know, that will be. This is all about putting up the right smoke signals.
Yeah.
All about that. So all of that will get done. So we'll say half a day meeting. You need a meeting with Ken to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
To get the idea of what he's happy with, what he's not happy with.
Yeah.
Tell him that you are going to start pushing stuff his way.
Yeah.
Is he happy with that? You know, these are the things that you're going to. He's going to now take much more of a responsibility.
Actually, network stuff is the other thing for Ken.
For Ken?
Yeah. Because I do a lot for the Global Deals Network, and he's going to have to start to do that because I don't know him so well.
Yeah. I think the principle here is, even though he may not do it as well as you, and he may never do it as well as you, it doesn't matter because he's going to have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And he'll never get quicker at doing this stuff unless he practices. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's look at what's left then. So we've done 1, 2, and 3. You're going to set that up. You're going to carve the time out for it. So looking after the able but disappointed. How are you going to do that? Is that just in the corridor, or is it you're going to have meetings with these people?
I have to find them something interesting to do.
Yes.
And valuable.
Yes. Do you need to do that before you can think about that? Or is, no, that's the leadership structure, right? So that's, no, so this is, okay, so this could be done before.
It could be, or it could even be done afterwards, maybe.
Yeah. Will this impact on this then? Or the ways that the teams are structured, will it impact on what these people might do?
Possibly.
Possibly. That's what I was thinking.
And probably not all of them.
Yeah. What about a holder?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you ever do it, but a handwritten note goes a long way.
Yeah.
I've had somebody else that's...
Actually, our former head of tax used to do that.
Yeah,
it was nice.
It's a very in high stake things like this.
Yeah.
It's really really nice.
A card with you just used to put a little letter in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more work.
Yeah.
But for the people I've suggested it to, it's never been badly received.
Yeah.
So with those guys, I might even write to them now and just say, look, I know you're disappointed. You know, I want you to know that I'm going to think really, really carefully with you in the next few weeks. To
people have done that to me before, actually.
Yeah.
When ironically, telling me, I know you think you've missed out, and I think, well, I'm in a world of my own. I never noticed if I missed out. But then it's even if I hadn't noticed, it's a nice thing to.
It's very very nice.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Very very powerful. Also shows your. I don't mean this in a sexist way, but I feel that shows our feminine side when we do that. You know, it's a gentle thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's a thing that mostly men don't do, but actually we can do as women, and it looks really good. It reflects very well on us. So I think with those guys, and you don't have to have an answer. You can say, look, I value you. You know, all I can tell you is I value you. I think that you have a great future, and I want you part of the team. I don't know exactly how it's going to look yet, but I wanted to write to you and say that I'm thinking very carefully.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. And then obviously later on you can do it by email. You don't have to write to them every time, but just one card. And then looking after the outgoing with grace, if you can bear to, same principle really.
I can't Kevin Nicholson help with that as well.
Yeah.
They're his team.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tells me how much he loves them.
Yeah. Who has decided that they are the outgoing?
But me.
Okay. I would do it. You should do it.
I should do it.
Yeah. Just do it. How many are there?
I don't want to do that many because I have to keep someone leaving if I don't want to because for continuity.
Just do it.
Maybe it's a maximum. Realistically, it's probably 4 people, maybe 5.
20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about, you know, a whole novel. It's literally, you know. I'm not exactly sure. What would you say? What would you want to say? Because I don't want you to be inauthentic. I know you're not.
I think I want to tell them that they've got a huge hole in their portfolio from 1 July, and you know we measure people year on year, so they'll be worried about their jobs. That they're valued, and that I over the next 2 to 3 months will make sure they've got the support to find the right place in the firm.
Perfect. That's all I want to hear if I'm that person.
Yeah. And I, as leader, recognise that that's going to take them a while. So
Exactly.
I'm not going to kick them next year when they haven't built their 4 million because it took them 6 months to get going
to get back
again.
on the feet again. So you can say, I know that it takes time to get back on your feet after something like this.
Yeah.
You know, this kind of thing, Marissa, it is very powerful. People talk about it.
Yeah.
Even the people that don't like you can't help but be impressed when you do stuff like that. And the amazing thing about it is it just doesn't take that long.
No.
You know, just get a couple. I mean, you know, I think sort of a postcard size is perfect, really. You know, in an envelope, but that kind of length.
Yeah.
And then if your handwriting is neat, I'm sure it is, but you know,
Just get my daughter to write it.
Yeah, my daughter's got lovely handwriting.
Yeah.
It's amazing, how they.
I know.
Beautiful, isn't it?
They actually write.
Yes,
So-
well, that's right. Yeah. Well, we don't anymore, really.
Not
do
at
we?
all.
I don't really. I mean, I only
Your
write,
writing's good.
well, I write on flip charts a lot, but I don't write because I record my sessions. So
Yeah.
you know,
And I
don't-
type everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay, so that is a bit of a pain in the proverbial, but you can get that done in half a day. Yeah. And then starting to build the global connectivity. Does the transformation role tick that box, or what you were saying? You wanted a flavour that you were going to have more alignment with the global teams.
that's a
global
bit of
leadership team.
relationship building, actually. I think I'm going to have to do some of that
Yeah.
myself
Okay.
with Richard.
Yeah. Okay.
And that would also be good, actually, because people are concerned. You've got lots of, how can a non-tax person be the COO of tax? It's not that hard. But the fact that he will be seen to be immersing himself on what's going on from a global strategy perspective will show people he's interested, which he is. Yeah. I think I probably need to go and spend a bit of time with him. Well, having said that, the global leaders office in London, so I can spend time with him here.
Okay.
Probably need to go to New York.
Before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you